Hey guys, it's Friday. I was so excited yesterday on Thursday that today was going to be Friday, and then I remembered we're scheduled for 8 hours, mandatory Saturday. So, yeehaw. So yesterday was technically my Wednesday, and today's technically my Thursday. And tomorrow will be my Friday. Makes me bummed out that we got mandatory Saturday the weekend after I volunteered on a Saturday. I know some of y'all probably work 6 days a week all the time. But I'm not really built for that, so it's a bummer. Not last time. I think it was last time they had a mandatory Saturday scheduled. By like Thursday they canceled it. But today's Friday, so I doubt they're gonna do that, but it's still a possibility. That would be freaking sweet, but I doubt it's gonna happen. So yeah, yesterday I got to work in a really good mood, and it was a good day, and it didn't take long before it turned into a bad day, and it was a day. Like, I was not happy to be there. I did not want to be there. I was frustrated. I was miserable. I was struggling. And, yeah, it was a bummer. But it did make me realize that I have a lot less of those days lately. Like, a lot less. I used to have those days a lot. I can't really say, like, 4 months ago versus blah, 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 but I know in the past I had days like that. I know the job before this, like, almost every day was like that. I hated it. So, you know, I like my job, so thankfully I don't have a lot of bad days. One of my supervisors was teasing my trainee because he was like, "Oh, I like working here." And he was like, "That's great. Give it a little while." And I was like, "You know what, though? I've been here over a year, and I still like my job." So, it really depends on the person. It depends on how much you let stuff get to you. I like what I do. Part of why I was bummed is my lead applied for the third shift lead position, which if he gets it, who knows who will end up being the lead, and I really like him as a lead. I feel like he was really going to get our second shift on track, and he was on top of things, and so I'm bummed about that. I'm also a little worried that I'm next in line. According to who's left, I would be next in line, but I don't know enough. I don't know nearly enough to be able to be a lead, I don't think, so I don't think they're going to tag me. I hope they're not going to try to tag me. Yeah, I would like the pay, but I don't think it's that much more. I don't know for sure. But a pay raise is always a good thing. But my issue is I don't want to be running around peopling all day. I would rather be wiring panels. That's always been my thing. I like wiring panels, and I don't want to be put in a position where I don't get to wire panels anymore. Because my ambitions have never been to be in a position of power. Yes, it would be good on a resume. Yes, it would be good experience. Do I think I could do it? Not really. And maybe that's just my own self-esteem issues or self-confidence issues. I don't know. But it's not really... I don't know. Maybe I need to just marinate on it a little more. Maybe it would be a good thing. I don't know. But at the end of the day, that doesn't mean they're going to tag me anyway, because I know there's other people on my line that have been there 3 times as long as I have, and if I get tagged before them, we're going to have a riot. Yeah, we'll see. Time will tell. We don't know nothing yet. Third shift's not starting until January, so we're a long ways off. That gives them plenty of time to find somebody more suitable for the position than myself. So, yeah, I just wanted to talk about the fact that I had a really crappy day yesterday, and I hated every minute of it, and that just reminded me I need to text my husband back and it reminded me that I don't have days like that very often, and I'm very thankful and grateful for that. Very thankful that I like my job, and I have days where I struggle, but not days where I don't want to be there and I'm angry and frustrated that I'm there, and I have to be. Because if I leave early, I get points, and if I get too many points, I lose my job. Or I get a written warning, I guess it would be. That whole system does irritate me, but I understand why it's in place. I also have some issues with the way, I don't know how to word this. So, okay, let me try to explain this from my point of view. You know, the whole idea way back when in America was that companies, employees were a part of the company. Not in every case, but in a lot of cases. And it was not community, it was what's that word? I don't know what the word is, but the employees were invested in the company, and the company was invested in its employees. Employees were more, not respected, but not important. Wow, I'm just struggling with my words today. They were more valued, maybe, is the word I'm looking for. Of course, in an ideal world, every company would be like that. But as things get faster and bigger, it becomes not impossible, but it becomes trickier, maybe, to set up a company where if you want to be a big company and have a lot of employees, that personalization, that I don't know how to word it. It gets harder and harder because there's more people to contend with. Then the more people you have, the more issues you have, because you have more different kinds of people. You have the really hard workers who you have to make them take their breaks, and they're there every day, and you have to force them to take their PTO. And then there's the employees that come to just make a paycheck, and they don't really care about the quality of their job. And so you have a lot more variables, I guess you could say. And it becomes harder and harder. So it's frustrating for me because this is a semi-smaller company. I mean, we have branches. We got cops up here, so I don't know what's going on. I may have to put the phone down. And the road's blocked off. I don't know if there was an accident or... Looks like maybe there's some kind of street thing going on, so they've got the main road closed. They wouldn't be having like a parade or something like that, would they? I hope nothing major happened. Like, no, there's people. It's got to be some kind of parade or something. I'm going to put the phone in my lap for a few minutes because there's sheriffs and stuff. So, it's a smaller company. Yes, we do have branches in a couple of states, but in the grand scheme of things, it's a smaller company. And I feel like when your employees are already doing mandatory overtime every single week, almost year-round, minus 2, maybe 3 weeks out of the year, probably 2 at most. So your employees are already working 10 hours, 5 days a week, 8 hours on Friday. And then many of them are volunteering on Saturdays. And they're doing that almost year-round. They're tired, they're exhausted. The morale's going to go down, the production's going to go down, the errors are going to go up. And then on top of that, you are adding a mandatory Saturday. Okay. No big deal. A lot of people do stuff like that. A lot of companies do stuff like that. A lot of people work like that. But to me, instead of adjusting their shipping schedule or saying, hey, we aren't at full capacity of our staff. Let's reduce the shipping dates, the amount of panels that are supposed to be going out every day, to compensate for the fact that A, we are not fully staffed, and B, let's take a little pressure off our workers who are working their asses off. No, they want to bump those numbers up every opportunity they think they can. And to me, that is where it crosses the line of, we just want more money in our pockets and you don't matter. You're just the little peons and we're going to work you till you drop. And that's frustrating because I do like my company and I like my job, but that's where it crosses the line. When the big, either it's a lack of communication, it's something nobody's thought of, or it's the heads of the company are pushing. And it makes me frustrated with them specifically, even though I don't know who they are. But, hold on, I gotta readjust my camera. They're not the ones doing the labor. And they're forgetting that we're people. We have limits, we have capacities, and we're getting not bounce back. We're not getting any, we get 10-minute breaks and a half-hour lunch. 10 hours, and they're keeping our breaks at a minimum, and there's no bonus at the end of the year for if the company, made a profit of blah, blah, blah. I don't believe there's any Christmas bonuses. I can't remember, because I was hired in at Christmas last year. I don't think there's a Christmas bonus. And they do a lot of little things to try to, pat us on the back. But at this stage, I think we need a little more motivation to make it worth our while. Because we're tired, we're spending more time at work than we do with our own families, and we're sacrificing 12 plus hours out of our day, and there's no extra bonus. There's no extra anything. If you're gonna, because I don't remember what day they told us we were working Saturday, but even something as small as, hey, you're working Saturday, so Tuesday and Thursday this week, take an hour lunch break. Or take 15-minute breaks on that Saturday. Or something extra. Something that says, we get that you're working your asses off, and we care enough to think about you. Not, let's up our numbers and keep pushing to the breaking point. So, yeah, I don't know. I'm frustrated with that. Again, that's not ever going to change. It is what it is. Consumerism causes this, in my opinion. And that's why I wish that I had I'm not going to say I wish that I had the ability, because I do have the ability. And I'm not going to say I wish I had the time, because I do have the time if I want to make the time. I guess I wish there was an easy opportunity to get out of working for the man and work for myself. And it's just not something that I can keep up with personally, between working the hours that I do and trying to get enough decompression time to not completely burn out. So I just do what I do and keep thinking of things and keep trying to find little things that I can do right now that will help me move towards that goal. Because I hope that in 10 years I can be independent and not be working for the man. And that kind of bums me out, though, because I would probably wire panels forever if I could. But due to those factors, I would rather get out of it. So it is what it is. Alright, this video's been plenty long enough. I'm going to let y'all go. Hit that like button. hit that subscribe button, leave me some comments, and I'll talk to y'all later. Bye!